Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel, Charge More. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, Charge More. Please remember to keep your comments safe and non-offensive, and let's get into the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, Charge More, please hit that alarm bell to get notifications when this channel uploads episode. And let's get into the video. And we're talking about there has been an incident a few weeks ago. I believe that this happened in New York City, and I think it was in a mall or card shop. MSNBC had said that there have been thieves that stole $100,000 worth of merchandise, which I would imagine Pokemon cards. So, what I would actually just say right there, I would just say, you know, you know, what I would actually just say right there is, I would just say that, you know, there are just a lot of people that are very stupid these days. Now I'll think about myself. Alright, who would break into, like, card cases just to steal $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards? Alright, I get what is so valuable about cards, alright? Like, the great artwork and the great attack power of cards. I mean, I get it. I get why cards are so valuable. Alright. But what thieves don't realize that you can't take these cards home and, you know, use them. Alright. Because in the end, when you walk out and steal $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards, guess what? It's off the prison for you for like the rest of your life, or most of your life. And this is the thing that I think a lot of idiots just don't even seem to actually figure this out. Alright, you know how famous cards are? They're famous for, you know, I've just said it, the artwork and the high attack power. Alright? And their Pokemon cards are actually very, very famous. Believe it or not, I think they're more famous than Yu-Gi-Oh cards and any other card company out there. I would think that cards are just, you know, well, Pokemon card collecting especially, I think that would probably be very, very valuable. And you know why it'd be probably very, very valuable right there? Because, well, Pokemon card tournament? Well, there's a lot of this happening in the United States. There's a lot of Pokemon card tournaments basically happening all over the world. Okay, Pokemon card trading card game is like, it's very, very famous. So for losing morons out there that want to steal Pokemon cards and get their hands on valuable cards and break into card shops and, scalp Pokemon cards like this. Yeah, these losers and dumb idiots just don't really even have a head. Alright. Yeah, I just don't even understand why people just think that this is a bright idea. Alright? And there's evil people in this world that, they think about themselves these days. Most of these idiots just think about themselves. And you know what? These losers break one of God's 10 commandments, which is thou shalt not steal. Alright, yeah, I have to say that a lot of people don't like breaking the rules these days, especially when law enforcement makes the rules about what the law is, and then you have the law written in the Bible, and it's actually, it's just, the law just gets written in the Bible, and then, the next thing you know, you read the law, and the law said, that thou shalt not steal. Alright, yeah, and then, that law says, well, I don't have to do that, I don't have to do anything, I mean, law doesn't apply to me. I'm the king of the world, so, yeah, wait a minute. Since when do we have kings in the world? Has anybody ever figured that out? I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody has. Honestly, I would just think that people are just, stupid these days. They don't think that the law applies to them. They don't think that the rules have to be obeyed. They think that they're the king of the world. So, yeah, they're gonna act like selfish loser idiots that obviously just have no life. And yeah, and the harsh reality is these losers are just ruining the rest of their life. And you know what? They don't care. They just don't care. So, yeah, I just don't understand this. I just don't understand it. I understand that there's people in this world that just don't grow up and get a life anymore. I understand this. Yeah, I understand there's just people that are just, that stupid. And they actually don't even know how to grow up, ever, in their life. How many people in this world are gonna keep on being stupid like this? Alright? And let's not forget that Pokemon card theft is on the rise this year in 2026. So, what do you think that actually said right there? That there'd be more Pokemon card theft? Oh, you dang right. This would indeed happen. It would, and yeah. And, it just said that this would actually end up happening to be so. I mean, hey, the fact that I'm actually saying in this video and saying there's going to be card theft on the rise here, well, I would think that this would just be the case right there. So just mark my words right there. But if this were not so, you know what? I wouldn't even be talking about it. I wouldn't even be talking about it, and I would just, if this weren't so, I wouldn't have anything to worry about. But you should know, and I think that this should be the case, that people just, there are idiot no-brainers in this world that obviously don't even know how to get a life and don't even know how to grow up. Like, I'm just sick and tired of dealing with this type of garbage. Like, everybody in this world, alright? There are a lot of people in this world that just grow up and the last thing they want to do is want to just care about themselves and money. And nothing else matters to them. These are people are nowadays. Nowadays, just people that are just morons, and they don't grow up ever. And they just tell you the truth. It's just very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. This isn't very... I gotta say there are a lot of idiots in this world that just don't even grow up. They don't even get a life. Last thing they want to do when they get to be like a grown teenager and they grow up to be an adult, last thing they want to do is become a loser in life. And ruin the rest of the future for themselves. And these type of idiots just, they give zero care whatsoever. How many people just act like a moron every day? Good grief. If I were such people, if I were going through my whole life just acting like a loser, you know what? My family would be disgusted with me. And you know what? If I stole $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards, you know what? My family would be disgusted with me. But you know what? I listen to Thou Shalt Not Steal. Thou Shalt Not Steal. Alright? I listen to Ten Commandments and the rules applied to me. And maybe if you guys are probably an atheist, the rules are probably not going to apply to you. So, just get that in your head right there. Yeah, if you're an atheist, you never read the Ten Commandments in your life. You know what God in heaven, what His law really is. And, hey, you're gonna be like, well, I don't care anything. I don't even have to listen to anybody. I'm the king of the world and that stuff, so, I can just, I can just, listen to anybody else. I'm my own boss. Nobody else can tell me what to do. I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm just born on this earth, just looking to have myself a good life from and just being the biggest loser that I could possibly be in this world, right? I mean, that's just what a lot of people, it's what a lot of people just think like these days. Yeah. And I gotta say, I don't know what is wrong with people. I just don't know what's wrong with people. I mean, I just don't know what is wrong with people. Why would you smash a card counter and steal $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards? If that's what the total amount of merchandise was, unless it was cards and other merchandise that totaled up to $100,000, then, well, yeah, obviously these guys are idiots for, that. Yeah. I mean, why is this? Now, I have to say that I'm just sick of this. I'm just sick of hearing these stories about crazy theft and, like, all this other garbage that these loser idiots that are all over the news, like, doing stupid stuff, like egging somebody's car, or, you know, stealing cars out of a card shop, or shooting somebody with an AR-15, or, you know, shooting somebody with a ghost gun, or, you know, like, being a big, these losers, obviously, they don't even realize, and they're just stupid enough to realize that they're just ruining us in the future. Alright, and they won't have a life to live anymore. It's gonna be miserable, and that's the way that these losers want their life. So, yeah. You know what? I hope that these thieves that stole the $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards, I hope they've, like, spent most of their life in jail. And I hope they sleep with, like, nightmares in the prison cell. And, you know, just dream about, like, a Gigantamax monster Pokemon just coming to eat their heads. And they see, like, their head is erupting like a bleeding fountain. I hope that these idiots have a good nightmare in the prison cell when they go to bed at the end of the day, and then, you know, I hope they just figure out that, oh my goodness, why did I commit this theft in the first place? Why? Why is this nightmare haunting me? I got a number here. Well, I mean, hey, this is what you wanted, so, I mean, don't you think that maybe you, wanted that in the first place? So, maybe you just, well, I gotta say, you were not thinking before you just did that stuff, right? Just, like, yeah, if you just bunch of cars you stole, I mean, that was no big deal, is it? The cars are not the one that's giving you the nightmare. No. No, you know what? It was the crime that gave you the nightmare. Yeah, and I'm picturing a Pokemon company coming at you like a demon Pokemon and just seeing your head up and your head erupting. Like your head just coming off your head and your body is erupting like a blooming fountain. Like a red fountain. And yeah. So, yeah, I gotta say, they got a rotten life for those of you that store $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards. I gotta say, I hope that when you go to bed and at the end of the day and you put yourself, I hope that you sleep some nightmares. And I hope that those nightmares too. But you know what? This is what you deserve anyway. You deserve, like, nightmares that are gonna be so scary. The fact that you committed this crime. And you know what? At the end of the day, you are feeling like garbage and trash. Because that's what you actually pretty much are. Oh, you just stole $100,000 worth of merchandise or Pokemon cards. Yeah, I can say, shame on you. Shame on you. That's what I have to say. Because people are going to feel sorry for you. But hey, you people are just, you know, I have to say, you're full of loser BS. That's all I can say about that. Alright, when I hear a lot of stories about morons and losers out there that commit all this sort of crime, you know, it just brings the alarm bell out there, and it just makes me wonder, how many of you losers and idiots are out there in America committing all these stupid crimes? Idiot no-brainers out there? Yeah. So, yeah. And you know what? I'm just deeply disgusted by the stuff that happens here. Who in their right mind wants to steal $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards? I mean, what's so valuable about stealing Pokemon cards? The great artwork? The great attack power of the Pokemon? And the HP? Like, the great amount of HP it can withstand? Like, that's what's so valuable about that? Okay, you know what? I have to say, I have to say, now, you idiots and losers are just, you guys that broke into that card shop, I gotta say you're real big idiot losers. And I hope that most of your life in prison get you to wake up and realize that, hey, that is wrong in this country. That is wrong in this world. Thou shalt not steal. Get that in your head right there. Because that law does apply to every single one of us. It doesn't matter who you are, who you might think you are. Okay? So yeah, why don't you just get that in your... Why don't you get that in your head right there? Yeah. Are you an idiot, Papa? I said it what? Not even once. Not even once. And I don't plan on ever doing this. I don't plan to ever do this. But I would not even for one steal something just because I feel like I'm entitled to it. Alright? That would be breaking God's, one of the 10 commandments right there. Thou shalt not steal. You know what? God would be, mad with me if I ever broke one of the 10 commandments. And, yeah, you know what? I would actually feel like garbage and trash because you know what? In reality, that's what I would feel like if I ever did like these stupid crimes like this. Okay, so, I mean, I gotta be honest. I really gotta be honest right here. I really gotta be honest. What does it make people really feel like? How do you go to sleep at night? Thinking that, the next day I'm gonna go rob a bank and steal like $100,000 worth out of the banking vault, and you know, it's gonna make me feel like I'm so rich in the world that I can just get out of this lawsuit because I'm so rich, and it's just gonna make me feel prideful and proud and that stuff. Like, hey. Yeah. You know what? I've always stuck with the thou shalt not steal, so if I was going to convince myself to go steal $4,000 out of the bank vault, I'd say that would not be working. Ultimately, I lived with one of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not steal, for the rest. Well, for most of my lifetime. It's one that I live by, well, alright, the rules of the 10 commandments are something that I have to follow. And you can't play a game with God's law, so if you're an atheist, this may not apply to you. Or maybe you've never heard of the 10 Commandments. Or maybe you're just too dumb and stupid enough to actually know what they say. Alright. Oh, let me give you this tip, you losers. Look up the 10 Commandments on Google Play. And then you find out that what God's law really says. And then maybe you'll actually figure out maybe you'll start figuring out that, you know, that, hey, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery. And read the rest of the 10 Commandments, then you'll actually figure out that, you know, he just can't do this stuff. And they'll just figure out that, hey, I need to knock off this stuff. I need to quit being a loser for the rest of my life and just, get my act together and just, be a grown-up stupid, like a grown-up human being that I was meant to be. I mean, I would think people nowadays does not, they don't even think about way past or way forward about the future. Not even one person in this world. That is if you're just literally stupid. Alright? Literally. I mean, I don't even know how many times I have to tell you. Ugh. Wow. It's just, the whole thing just drives me up the wall. It just literally does. There are just a lot of people in this world that they will do like whatever in the world they want. Because, like I said, losers and idiots in this world, they only just care about themselves. Only about themselves. If you're stealing $100,000 worth of cards for the great of their top power and the real fancy artwork and the great HP, which obviously there is no HP in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Obviously the HP is either their attack point or their defense point, depending on which position you have the card. And maybe, just maybe, there's just people that, I guess just maybe, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. There are people in this world that just don't grow up. And you know why there are people in this world that don't grow up? It's because they're self-centered, they're stubborn, and they only just care about themselves. And there's how many of these losers, idiots that are out there in this world. I get sick and tired of just going on and on and on about stupid situations like this that happen in this country. And yet, it drives me up the wall so much. I just can't believe it. But it gets overwhelming. It really does. It gets overwhelming. It's stupid that there are people who have to make videos about the stupid stuff that people in this world that just do this type of stuff. literally, I just can't imagine anything more. I can't imagine that people would go above and beyond just to, do stupid crap like this. I don't know why people get the bright idea and think that this is okay. And they think that they act like the king of the world. Obviously, the law, it applies to me. It applies to me. And it's just, it's how I've been raised. And, I'm not for 1 second going to think that I can just go on and act like a loser idiot in this world and just think that, I can just get off of, scot-free on everything. Alright, that would just be me not using my head right there. And I would just, I would be disgusted with myself at this point. If I was ever to do stuff like this, I would be just, I would be just, I'd be totally disgusted with myself. I would totally be disgusted for ruining the rest of my future. And I would totally just, I don't know how I could live with myself. I really don't. And you know why I wouldn't be able to live with myself? Well, because, let's just think of it this way. If I went and I did a crime, and let's say that I stole $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards. If I ever did that, and I ever got caught by law enforcement, the truth would be right there. I just wouldn't be able to live with myself. I'd be feeling guilty right there that I got caught for stealing Pokemon cards, that I got in trouble with law enforcement, and I'd be feeling guilty right in my stomach. I would know deep down that I broke one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal, and I'd be sleeping I would be hoping that, that when I'd be sleeping in my uncomfortable, prison bed, I would hope that a nightmare would come and hit me in the head and just wake me up and make me realize that, hey, it's committed death, you stupid idiot, moron. Yeah, you know what? It sucks to be you. You're gonna go to hell for this. Yeah. And you know what? People are going to say, yeah, buddy, you're burning in hell for sex. You broke one of God's 10 Commandments, you stupid loser. Go sleep with the devil, you idiot. Dude, I would just, I'd be thinking, man, if I stole cards, I'd be thinking, since I broke one of God's commandments, thou shalt not steal, I'd be thinking that, man, I've really done it this time. And really, I just feel so ashamed that I just did something so stupid like this. Alright, I'm just so ashamed of myself. I just don't like doing this. I just feel so bad that I just feel bad that I was probably like one of those losers that would go down to the card shop and smash card cases and just steal a bunch of Pokemon cards and I stole some $1,000. Oh my goodness! I never did anything in my life like this. Oh my goodness. Oh. We all know that I don't do doing stuff like that. I don't know why, but the grid was it for, my own personal game to get fed. I personally have no idea why I steal Pokemon cards for. I obviously can't think of one reason. If I were in a shoes of a thief, now I obviously cannot think why I want to steal Pokemon cards. Obviously, I just don't know. So, obviously, I don't really have any sort of actual explanation on this. Because I obviously just, I don't have a clue. I just don't know why. But you should know that and being a thief it was nowhere on my mind. As most of the time that I've been living on Earth, I've never considered being a thief. I've never even considered it. So, like, obviously, obviously, everybody should know that, I don't even consider, you know, I don't consider being a thief ever in my lifetime. You know what? And the fact that I've actually just committed a crime out there and just, steal, like Pokemon cards, you get a card, whatever. You know what? I wouldn't even enjoy my life of crime, ever. Yeah, never, ever would I ever enjoy my life of crime. I can tell you that right now. That, you know what? You know what? I just wouldn't, I just would not be, I would just not be happy for myself. For wanting to just doing this. So, yeah. So, I don't know what, the rest of the users and idiots and morons out there in the real world are gonna do. But I guess that the rest of the people are gonna just figure out that in their mind, I'm just going to become, just a real big stupid idiot, and then they would think that, people would just, obviously, I don't know. I guess it's just too stupid to actually realize that I guess it's just too stupid to realize that, there are just, there's just stupid human beings in this world. Alright? And yeah, I don't know why. I just don't know why. But there are a lot of stupidity in this world. There are a lot of people in this world that are just, there are just a lot of people in this world that are just real stupid. They're idiots. There are people in this world that don't grow up and just get a life. That are just people that are just, stupid these days. And people there are people that they don't even get a life. Either they don't get a life, or they just don't care. And, yep. So, yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand why people are that stupid. Alright. Obviously, there is just, you know, there are people in this world that, you know, they obviously just do not even, there are just obviously just people that don't know how to grow up, they don't know how to get a life, and they don't know what life really is about. But I will say I'll just say it for reality, and you know what, it's the way that it is, you know. And the truth is, life isn't about you all the time. Life isn't about you. I hope you idiots and losers and morons out there probably have figured this out by now, but, you know, life doesn't revolve around you. Life isn't about yourself. And, you know, like, grow up, get a life, act your age. Alright? Nobody's gonna think, nobody's gonna find you likable if you actually want to keep up acting like an idiot all the time. You know? Alright? And, yes, this is true. This is true. The fact that I'm actually saying this stuff, you think that I would be joking on this? You think that I'd be just like joking? Obviously, I'm not. Why would I joke and kid you on this stuff? I mean, like, what? I mean, this is the type of stuff that people just, you know, I guess they'll never learn and never understand that life isn't about me all the time. Life doesn't revolve around child more so you think I would actually treat other people with kindness and respect and that stuff? Well, obviously, I don't want to be the stupid human being for the rest of my life. So, yeah, of course I'm gonna treat people loving and kindness. Why would I want to treat people with kindness? Mostly. Because I don't want to be a stupid human being. I don't want to ruin my future for myself. I want to be just, I want to be the best I can be. Alright. I don't know about any of these losers and morons out there, but, I don't look, and I don't expect any time in my lifetime to be skins $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards or any other card. I don't look to do the stupid stuff that other people are doing out there. And would you ever even consider why I wouldn't want to do the stupid stuff that other people are doing out there? Because other people are losing more. Let's get that into our heads right there. I mean, that part is obvious. It's real obvious. Okay? Alright. Yeah. the people that want to be loser idiots for the rest of their life. Alright, well, that's them. That's them. Alright, they want to run their life on the ground. Well, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Hey, their life isn't my life, so, you think that I would care? You think that I would care? Again, it's not my life. So, I just have to say that, no, I would not. I would not. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just didn't think that there would be somebody that would be so stupid and so dumb to not use their head to think that, hey, stealing $100,000 worth of cards was not a real great idea. Alright. 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 I would not even think that the law does not apply to me ever in my lifetime. It does. It applies to every one of us. And you know what? I'm not going to pretend like nothing exists in this world. Like no book was ever written. Like I would just pretend like this was like this is just a little fairy tale land that we just read in, right? I mean, come on, go ahead. That's straight. Where are we right now? Oh, right, we're on a place called Planet Earth, and where did we come from? Oh, we came from our mothers. We came from our mothers, obviously. Okay, did our mother ever teach us to use our heads? Oh, yeah. That is, you wanna use your head right. Maybe your mother just let you just be a brat however you wanted. Yeah? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you just, I don't know. Again, I understand that cards were just probably good, probably valuable. The question is, why? Why is it just, why? I'm not understanding this. Why is it just such a bright idea to just go and steal cards like this? I mean, what do you gain out of stealing $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards? I don't get it. I don't get it. What do you get out of that? Alright. I mean, I am just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I just never will. Anybody that is watching, anybody that is just watching this, maybe you're thinking, the world never know why people just do this stuff the way that they do. You know, it, it's gotta be mystery. This is what it is. People just never know exactly why stuff happens the way that it does. Yeah. I'm certainly not going to spend my time mind-boggling in my head. Why do people do the stuff that they do? Because you know what, I'm not even going to be wasting my time. You know what? You know what? This is not worth. This is not worth me just racking my brain on this subject. Because, it's certainly not worth my time. Maybe, I don't know. I understand that people are just no-brainers in this world. And I understand that there are people that just don't even use their heads at all. Especially when I hear about the stupid stuff and stupid crimes that, that people just do this stuff in this world. Alright? Yes, I can see exactly why people just do this. I just can't really understand this. But you gotta remember, there are just people in this world that obviously don't use their heads, don't even know what in the world they're doing. And I'm just sick of it.
トラバレのデータちゃんはこのビルの中ね。オッケー。
But, there's a lot of people in this world that they just disgust me so much.
あれ？あれ？ りとてこの世の悪者をお縄頂戴するのが千代丸の使命。
I'm
諦めません。
just
忍びなので
I'm just pretty sick of
頑張る
this.
ぞー今の誰？まあいっか。ミッションコンプリート。
Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. If you like if you like this video, I encourage you to comment, like, and subscribe. Please remember again to leave your comment decent, not offensive, and well, this is just something that just obviously I just had in my mind, my attention to drawn this idiot plan for just these idiot Americans that just obviously they just broke into a card shop or mall just to steal $100,000 worth of Pokemon cards or merchandise, and not gonna plan on trying to steal a bunch of Pokemon cards. It's John Morris. Have a good day. I will see you on the next video.